This player knows how to build around the supply pack and to adjust his playstyle according to this loadout. You'll have a lot to learn here. Enjoy. While playing a duo again with Static Frog on difficulty 10 and Turing in a city map. We're going to be scoring this game using my very highly subjective scoring method. I am now changing things to have a greater penalty for deaths. Normally I was taking away 1 point, but I really feel like we got to deduct 3 to 5 for dying. And I went back and saw my last video I did, and he died a lot. So the last person is not going to make the top 3. Here are the current top 3. We're currently in qualification stage. And as of right now, Iceman has to beat a score of 34 to make it into the top 3. And then only those 3 make it to the next round of the competition. We're starting out really strong here with a bug breach. There's a lot of tools in this duo to hold bug breaches down. As we can see, one sparkler going out. I love that Iceman is throwing a sparkler to start some fire and using the spear gun to have some gas. And then Frog, his teammate, throws down the Tesla tower. So we have electricity, gas, and fire all coming out in a very short order with a rocket sentry and the machine gun sentry. We're clearing some invested air, so we do have to call down hell bombs to destroy these towers. There will be some streakers on this game mode, but I do like the build that Iceman is using right now with the machine gun sentry. It's going to help clear out a lot of the streakers that are going to be coming through. We have a Liberator Carbine with the drum mag as his primary weapon, a supply pack, spear gun, machine gun sentry, and I believe a 500 kg. So all around, this is a really great loadout, a lot of synergy. A secondary, we have an ultimatum, which is going to pair really well with the supply pack. As look at, I mean, these guys play together all the time. You can see the positioning, that they are sticking close together and focusing the same enemy a lot of the time. A lot more than you would see typically in a random lobby. Bug breach looks like it's mostly under control as we go on to this tower to try to close it down. Hellbomb coming in, a patrol out here to the left with one streaker. You're going to notice this game that Iceman is going to be very liberal with his use of the spear gun. I think that's very warranted given the supply pack. You would need to see a much different playstyle if he was using a different backpack slot. But given there are only 2 of them, he is going to be able to use a ton of spear guns. So there's going to be a lot of gas to confuse. Frog, the teammate, is going to be playing an anti-tank role more so. He's got thermites, he's got an ultimatum, he's got a recoilless rifle as the first tower goes down. And murdering a couple of Thief or citizens, I don't know. But this is a difficulty 10, and there are no deaths in this game, which is pretty wild. Another 500 kg coming in, as the Gatling Sentry is taking care of most of the medium enemies. So the roles that we're playing here in this duo are actually really interesting, with Frog playing the anti-tank role and Iceman playing more of the medium to small enemy role, filling that. Now they both have weapons or options to take out any enemy type, but there is slight specialization within each loadout that they're choosing here.
We'll figure it out.
That Liberator Carbine is going to shred some streakers with the drum mag and the rate of fire that he's got. I'm sure max leveled. I mean, this thing rips it up. And the spear gun is really great whenever you see just a cloud of enemies. So for the loadout, I'm actually going to get 4 points out of the gate here, as we've gotten the first bug breach under control and we've destroyed one of the towers. So actually not quite yet. I think that tower is still a thing. So we're going to take that away until he destroys the first tower. But we know we have to because we have a full map clear coming up. This is going to be slightly a longer game than normal. Iceman only has 93 subscribers. His videos have a lot more views than he has subscribers, but his gameplay reflects someone who has anywhere from 1 to 3,000 subscribers from my experience doing these and screening out a lot of players. For each person you're seeing going forward in the last couple of videos, I look at about 10 different creators. So we're looking at really only the top 10% or so that I would even let through. A lot of people have, either they're just not very great at the game, their quality of video is not very good, or they have a lot of visual clutter in their screen. First one going down. Nice teamwork here. 1 point. I think a charger is just ahead as we see some of the bullets ricocheting from the Gatling Sentry. And the Tesla Tower, I think, is a wonderful choice. It becomes a lot more usable given that they're just a duo instead of a full team squad. Because team killing is so much less of a risk here. Given their communication, it is going to be almost not even a team killing risk. One charger, we're going to piss him off with the spear gun. I'm surprised that we haven't used the ultimatum just yet on the charger. And that's the one feedback I have just from my first kind of screen of this game. I didn't see a lot of ultimatum use between... I think he could have been... Iceman could have been a lot more liberal with his ultimatum use given the supply pack. We saw him being very liberal with the spear gun. As we come up to our first nest, though. Got a couple of sparklers coming in. And that's the best thing about the spear gun is the utility closing bug holes. All in all, it makes it a much better option than the railgun. You'd almost like to see the devs buff damage on the railgun, given its lack of utility now when compared to the spear gun. But I'm not sure if they're purposely going for a power creep on the premium war bonds. I feel like they almost have to, as they introduce new enemy types throughout the game. Now, a lot of exciting things coming out on the Illuminate front, with new enemies planned. Alpha Commander, don't let him get a SWAT on you. Yeah, beat him up, boy. Love it. Gonna give a point here just for the manhandling of that Alpha Commander.
Not a good spot here.
As you can see, the spear gun he's using... Oh, okay. Wow. We almost had our first death here. But able to dodge a little bit and close some of these bug holes. Yeah, the utility here is amazing. He's able to work on this nest alone while Frog is off doing what Frog does. I'm not sure what Frog's up to. One charger just ahead. As you can see, he used spear gun, grenade, and the Liberator in very quick succession. It's very rare that I see Helldivers utilize their entire kit nearly as well as Iceman is. We see a crowd. I mean, the sparkler grenade is very good for taking out groups of bugs, and I believe it's really underrated. We're getting surrounded here. This is a little bit of issues. However, Iceman waiting for the charger to create space and getting out of danger, as the spear gun is doing a ton of work keeping Iceman alive. I would like to see Iceman throw down a ultimatum on the Impaler. I didn't quite see that Impaler. Iceman's a little bit quicker than I am, even on the microphone. I'm surprised that we haven't seen Iceman thrown down a machine gun sentry. He may be saving those just for the streakers, but he's got a couple in the air and could use a little bit of support, given that Frog's not here to even cover. But I do really like the positioning here for Iceman and the management of these bug holes. I'm going to give a couple points. Just knowing when to kind of back out and create distance from himself and the enemies. Here comes the machine gun sentry to help out. Bile Titan just ahead. Ultimatum missing the Kobe shot. However, going to pick up the difference with a 500 kg coming in too. And the 500 missing, clipping one of the buildings up ahead. So we're going to re-up and probably get another ultimatum shot. We're going to handle this Bile Titan, no problem. Never mind. Bile Titan, ultimatum in the face apparently is just not enough. But Iceman handling both the Charger and the Bile Titan with a really great amount of efficiency.
I was doing good. I threw a Tesla Tower in the middle of a bug breach, which was good. Except when I needed to close it, it didn't really help out. I had to destroy it.
Yeah. I was in a heavy nest, and I think think they breached in the heavy nest, so I got pushed out.
Regrouping with Frog. Tesla tower down. And the knowledge that spear gun does take down the illegal broadcast. Only veterans know that, but now, if you're watching this video, you also know that. We have a lot of map to clear here. With 3 more infested towers, many bug holes to close ahead of us to get the full map clear. Yeah, spear gun is so strong. The gas output, especially in the terrain that is the city, as we have a bug breach coming out. We should see, actually the Tesla tower may not be off cooldown for Frog, so we're not sure if we're able to utilize it to maintain composure and map control.
I'm gonna hold it down right here in my sentry.
Machine gun sentry going to clear out a couple of the small enemies. 500 going to come in. Yeah, this is a really good use of the 500. Given the lack of Tesla tower that we're seeing from Frog, we need to use some kind of burst damage to clear out many of the new enemies coming out of Bug Breach. The Impaler is dominating this machine gun sentry to our left.
I think you did.
So the Impaler.
But I think the Impaler is dead now.
Stayed alive and destroyed my sentry.
Yeah, Iceman noticed the same thing. They killed the Impaler, but the Tentacles stay alive just long enough to kill the machine gun sentry. As this Bug Breach is almost completely resolved.
Oh. I gotta move the spot. Nope, that's a bad spot to go. Oh, there's a big fucker right there.
Tesla tower now off cooldown. No reloads left in the Liberator Carbine, but as you can see, management of the supply pack is very important. Trying to conserve in... Yeah, I like this. Iceman is purposely conserving ammo in the Liberator Carbine. I'm give 2 points for the knowledge there. So that way, he's able to utilize some of his other kit to also benefit from the resupply whenever he pulls from the supply pack. So he may use more spear gun to then benefit.
I'll be dead here.
What's interesting about the display here is that we don't know how many stems Iceman has. I guess he doesn't want to know either. I'm going to give another point for the use of the machine gun sentry to help with the Shriekers as he puts a hell bomb in on this infested tower. And picking up another major objective. 2 more points for him here.
Oh yeah, I'm dead here for sure.
Man, you're far.
Gonna rendezvous here with Static Frog.
Oh yes,
I love watching duos. It's very intimate, and it's really nice to see the communication between these two.
Yeah, I have 1,000 people on me.
We got another bug breach on Static Frog. He's coming to help.
Get away.
Tesla tower coming down. So that means we can't use the 500 kg to destroy the Tesla tower, but we are going to be using the spear gun and providing a little bit of needed cover as Static Frog retreats. Static Frog with Coyote.
Ow.
I like the mix here with the... Yeah, Static Frog needs... Static Frog needs stems, my friend. Help him out, Iceman. Maybe just giving a little bit of time, gonna make Frog sweat.
I got you, big dog.
I got you, big dog, is what he says. Yeah. I'd like to see a resupply being called down here, if it is all cooldown. We cleared roughly 40% of the map. We have a data upload, 2 more towers, a mega nest has still yet to be dominated. The accuracy here is very good, very strong. Point for that. Again, the scoring system is very subjective. It will mold and change over time as we pin down what qualifies as the best Helldiver. We're still very early in this competition. We have 3 distinct stages. This one is the qualification stage. We're just looking for the top 3 for now. And then we'll move into a very interesting stage, which I have not named yet, but it's something that I've not seen in any tournament that I've developed myself. I think it'll make for a really entertaining
How dare you?
content. The Liberator Carbine is just disgusting, isn't it? Disgusting. Movement here is key as he avoids slaps from 2 hunters just ahead. Hive guard to the right. Gonna let the rocket sentry handle some of it, and Frog pick up a little bit of help with his medium penetrating coyote.
And all the bugs.
He's able... Man, this loadout is just so good, because if he does run into a medium penetrating need, he's going to use a spear gun. So the Liberator Carbine light penetration isn't necessarily as large of a penalty as you may think. And given Iceman's accuracy, he's going to be able to get the most out of this light pen in the Liberator Carbine and take advantage of the fire rate of that weapon. Noticing that he's getting surrounded by a few hunters, throwing some grenades to create some fire and gas with the spear gun. Absolutely love that decision. As we're moving up to 19 points.
I'm good.
Plenty of time left in this mission.
Ball time.
Ball Titan to the right, Alpha Commander straight ahead. As we're moving to take cover
Right here.
and split some enemies up, and another broadcast falling victim to the spear gun. Making it look easy. 2 points for the secondary objective. Actually, we'll just get 1 point. Trying to standardize some of these scoring systems and scoring metrics.
Oh my god.
And bug breach just ahead.
Did you get breached on?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, no, dude, I just fell on
Ooh, Iceman going down. I mean, Frog going down. Iceman's still alive. Our hero is Iceman. So it's really unfortunate we have bug breach right now. Frog has to get back. He's nowhere near his recoilless rifle. Luckily, the rest of his loadout is Tesla towers and sentries. So that's not necessarily that large of a penalty. However, it's leaving a lot of the aggro coming towards Iceman, and all Iceman has to draw aggro is this machine gun sentry. He's going to try to help cover it. I love that. He's almost playing as if his teammate is the machine gun sentry and coordinating with it. So the movement here and the defense and staying alive during that bug breach alone is worth 2 points to me. He's going to pre-stem, jump down. We can be very liberal with stems here, given the supply pack and the loadout. A few streakers out in the distance. No match for the Liberator Carbine as we go to our third infested tower of the map. The last one is actually really far, almost at the very edge of the map.
Did you arm it?
Time may be an issue with these two on the full map clear. Luckily, they're moving at a very fast pace, not letting either one getting caught up in too many bug breachers or getting surrounded too much. Constantly staying on the move. You almost have to be. That coyote is nasty, isn't it? I love it from Frog. And the Drub Mag on the Liberator Carbine. Swapping the spear gun when we're seeing a need for medium penetration.
We are kind of in a pinch here, yeah?
Yep. They're noticing that both of them are surrounded with bugs at both of the exits. We need to blast through one of these holes. Frog is jumping from the building, leaving Iceman alone to handle the issues that lie ahead of us and behind us. 500 kg coming in on top of the Bile Titan. We're going to see if we can Kobe this one. One streaker up, and Iceman looks like he's gotten himself out of this pinch. One Alpha Commander and several Warriors right here just ahead. Bile Titan living through the 500 kg, going to puke on Frog, but falling victim to the recoilless rifle. And I believe he may have also shot an ultimatum.
Dude, oh my god.
Trapped, they find themselves in this little building. We need to create some space as a Tesla tower comes down. with the objective of doing that. We're going to help clear out some of the reinforcements behind.
Hold the line.
One impaler
Hold
in the
line.
distance.
Oh my god, he just
He's
breached.
looking to take down the Tesla tower. We got a bug breach. This is looking disgusting right now for our heroes.
No, dude, don't go that way.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
That was a bad idea.
Frog jumping out
You're good.
into the fray, surrounded by bugs. Charger to the right. Iceman has to follow to help defend. We cannot have another death on the team because resetting is so difficult. Recoilless rifle shot damaging a Bile Titan, not taking him down. Frog really turning that recoilless rifle up.
Your sentry can't shoot.
It'll be the third recoilless here in just a moment. Actually not needing to, as we're just trying to manage a bug breach. Streaker's out in the distance as we're right next to the infested tower and getting surrounded here by two
No.
alpha commanders and their slaves. Iceman's moving to the main objective, hoping that Frog picks up the hint. Hellbomb coming in for the team. Oh, probably didn't realize he had this spear gun out. Just trying to get a lucky shot on the Streaker, but taking a smack in the face. There it is. I wonder if the machine gun sentries on cooldown could help out.
Oh my god.
Doesn't matter, Hellbomb's activated.
Hellbomb
Only
on,
one
don't go
resupply here in the resupply pack, however, I think the cooldown is almost down, if not already down, for another one. Three out of four done. 2 points for the main objective. And actually, I'm going to give an additional point for how they survived in that tight condition earlier in that building being surrounded on all fronts. Really strong showing here. Supply pack off cooldown, as I said earlier, taking the last resupply. So I think that supply pack not only works for his individual loadout, but it gives Frog the ability to utilize the resupply on the team. And that allows Frog to be more liberal with the recoilless rifle. And it also allows both of them to maintain separation to a certain extent and work different parts of the map at different times. Why are you going to let that commander do that to you, buddy? Grenade out and gas to help create space as we come up to one more bug hole in the bug nest that was not finished earlier. However, it will be a done deal soon. And there it is. Mega nest complete. Lovely aim. Taking a hit from the hunter, but able to handle it no problem. Alpha commander from behind. Running away, getting his sense of what he needs to do. Iceman just going to create some confusion in the gas. And a little bit of fire. With a Bile Titan in the distance, 500 kg coming out to handle that threat. One spear gun left. Ultimatum out. Going to miss the Kobe. 500 also missing. Probably slightly damaging the Bile Titan. Going to take two ultimatum shots. Bile Titan still alive. However, the spear gun, the last shot in the spear gun, second to last shot in the spear gun, able to take down the Bile Titan. Our third illegal broadcast taken down from the spear gun. Makes it look super easy as this map
There's something over here.
is starting to look like we are on the verge of completion. One nest ahead.
Another heavy nest?
3 resupplies in the backpack. 4 grenades out of 8. I don't know. I think the only criticism I have is that this loadout doesn't necessarily benefit that much from the grenade. The additional grenades for his armor. Because we haven't gotten to a situation where he's used all the grenades. That's a sexy ultimatum shot. Gonna give a point there for that. Frog looking to take out the last infested tower. And Iceman gonna work on this nest. Machine gun sentry coming off cooldown.
Nice.
Main mission is completed, so now all that's left is extraction. Things are getting a little bit dicey right now with a mixture of a charger and several small enemies. However, spear gun and grenades are no match. Or they are a match. Their enemies are no match for that. Charger coming out. Run!
Oh no.
Taking a hit from the charger. However, charger not finishing the job. And we're able to stem and recover. Impaler's still out there somewhere.
He's still kicking.
We've used all the spear gun here.
Holy shit, bro.
3 grenades left, 3 stems. Gonna go back in the backpack and top back up. The nice thing about the grenades is we have no issues closing these bug holes. And I do really like that he is choosing the grenades over the spear gun, given that we have 5 spear guns left, and these spear guns are very valuable.
I'm doing that.
And a lot more valuable over the grenades here against Terminids. Using a mixture of both. Yeah. Yeah, I like the decision here. You'll see a lot of players utilize one part of their kit to close bug holes, and then they end up missing the utility of that later. So, for example, if he were to use all spear guns,
Please get out.
he's actually used all the grenades. I would like to have seen him save at least one more grenade, however he's able to save himself a little bit from the backpack. But I guess it required him to use a mixture of both, given how many bug holes there were.
Coming back to you.
Charger ahead, taking it to the face with the spear gun. Machine gun sentry off cooldown. Yeah, love the decision to use the machine gun sentry here. Just to help clear things out as we need to think about calling in another supply backpack. We're getting close to considering extraction. Machine gun sentry is shooting at a charger or some other heavy penetrating threat. Likely a charger, yeah. Ultimatum, Kobe. Calling down a resupply. Frog is nearby to help benefit from it, and not being greedy. I like this. We don't need a full reset. Bile Titan 70 meters away. Double teaming here from Frog and Iceman.
3 charges here too.
Love the mic work calling out the chargers that are in the area. Frog just joining the fight. So giving that information to his teammate, very valuable here. I love the teamwork and coordination between the two. 500 coming in, taking down. Actually, I believe it was Frog's recoilless rifle taking down the Bile Titan with the 500 kg, just cleaning up any other threats in the area. I think you'll notice that Iceman's not picking up all of the resupplies on purpose. Because when he picks it up, he gets a new backpack slot. And he's able to be a lot more liberal with his grenades. You can see he's throwing a lot more grenades. So very smart backpack user. Very experienced here. Gives him room to benefit from picking up the resupply on his... and filling up the 3rd hole in his backpack. Yeah. Just puking grenades out. Love that. Positioning here, this game has been very good. The use of the loadout, the efficiency, and the synergy use within this loadout has been excellent. Steve coming in to help on the left side. We got a charger. We're trying to stall him with the spear gun. Love that he's helping Frog as Frog goes down for the 2nd time this game. Tesla tower out though. So that is going to be much needed and a great help to clear out the horde that's coming our direction. Machine gun sentry going to pick up some of the smaller enemies. I like that he put the machine gun sentry up on elevated ground to not decapitate either one of us. We still have a mega nest and 3 other small red locations to complete. Time here starting to become an issue with 10 minutes and 30 seconds left. I think they're still going to make it out just fine.
Hi, babe. What time is it? Oh, shit.
Resupply coming off cooldown. We have a bug breach ahead here. 4 spear guns left in the chamber. Running away, creating space, regrouping with Frog. Love the decision here. And going to let that bug breach just kind of blossom in the distance as we move on to the main objective, not to get bogged down. Interesting choice to use the ultimatum, but can be liberal with it. So it's not necessarily a mistake, as we're going to swiftly move through the 3 last red blotches on the map. So Iceman's able to be very liberal with the ultimatum, knowing that his next resupply backpack is on cooldown already. So we don't necessarily have 1 resupply, we have 5. Throwing the machine gun sentry to take out some of the enemies that may be following us to close these bug holes. I think it's a smart decision not to get surrounded. Frog is going to go across the map to go ahead and call an extraction for the team. So if that's the case, then we are not worried really that much about time left in the mission, knowing that Pelican 1's going to be there waiting.
Extraction is available.
If you're still watching this video, thank you so much for continuing to support my content. We're going to have many more of these in the future. I may not be able to keep out the same pace as I was before with a video a day, because we're going to be doing a little bit more editing on the channel. That'll take a little more of my time to be able to put out content. However, eventually we'll find the best Helldiver. Is this another illegal broadcast that we have not? Yeah, it is. Frog's going to call an extraction.
Extraction request confirmed.
Not needing to kill those Alpha Commanders, just to create space. 3 Alpha Commanders in the area. Going to go ahead and pre-stem. I don't see that from a lot of Helldivers. Pre-stemming when you think you're going to take damage or have a risk of taking damage is a strategy you're able to use with a supply pack.
I'm out. Got that last objective.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
And going into extraction, we're going to go ahead and call down our last supply pack. Pre-stem going in.
Get to you as fast as I
Again,
can.
we don't really need stems. We can use it for speed to get to extraction earlier. The liberal use of stems with this loadout is, I support that decision. So many Helldivers, we don't see that.
My sentries are wreaking havoc.
As we are 55 seconds till Pelican 1 arrives.
Hell yeah, dude.
Handled this difficulty 10 mission with a breeze, except for that one portion where they were trapped inside the building. Not quite inside the building, but in a corner of the building. And Frog made the difficult decision to jump from it and get ourselves into potentially a little bit more trouble. However, Iceman utilizing grenades and the gas to keep the team alive. Frog is in a little bit of a firefight here at extraction, which is not a surprise whatsoever. Charger in the distance.
3 seconds.
I'm here.
15. Iceman rendezvousing at just the right moment. So we can go home, guys. As of right now, it's looking like Iceman's going to move himself into second place with 38 points. Just behind Nox
One Helldive
Gladius.
coming
I really like the 1-2 combination of these 2 Helldivers so far. Third place right now is a tie between Gaming Enforcer X and Commando Diver. But I have a feeling that we're going to have an additional player come in third in the future. So we won't have to do a tiebreaker.
Go. Get
500 kg just a little bit. We're going to go home, guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching this video. Thank you, Iceman, for this amazing gameplay, and we'll see you next time.